Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to this week's weekly horoscope, week starting from 19th of January. Very interesting week because two big transit and one transit of Mars is going to give you a relief and a big smile on your face. But how for all different ascendants? Let's welcome Akash Chauhanji from Calgary, Canada. But in fact, today from Mumbai, India.
I'm in Mumbai. Very nice, Rohiji. So we'll discuss about the 12 signs on the weekly horoscope, that how it is going to be for all the signs, starting from uh, 19th to 25th. Before that, welcome to all the people who have joined the course. Very, very nice to see so many people already joined. So those who are joining for the last few spots, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the other side from 15th of March onwards. Aries ascendant people. Now here, Mars is entering into Gemini. It is in retrograde motion. We made a completely very big video about it so that you understand that what is the role of Mars here. Mars is going to be very, very positively placed in Gemini now, exactly third from its sign, and this is the house of courage. So good things are happening in the area of communication, courage with your siblings, with your neighborhood. So if you are expecting any great news from these areas, you will see a major up there. Moon, on the other hand, will enter into Libra, and very, very soon, Moon is going to get debilitated this week. So, getting into Libra is fourth from the fourth. If there is anything where we are working towards getting some property sorted out or something to do with vehicles sorted out, this is an exactly right time for you to take an approach. On the other hand, relationship wise also, because seventh house is the house of relationship, you will see a major upward growth in relationship, as well as some happiness through relationship also. Those who are thinking to do new signings related to contracts also, it's a very positive time. Then Moon enters into Scorpio here, it's debilitated. The fourth house lord debilitated in the eighth house. Not a good time to do any property transactions from 23rd till 25th of January. Not a good time to even buy vehicles. It is a time that you have to be a little bit careful, because Moon is now approaching an Amavasya. That means now Moon will be very soon getting into completely darkness in next 5 days, 6 days. That's why we have to be very careful of during this time driving also. Those who are going through Moon Mahadasha can get sudden events in their life. Those who are going through Moon Antardasha also can get sudden events in their life. But in an overall way, not a very good time for investments. Not also a very good time for fighting also. For any kind of inheritance, you should avoid during this time. And then later, Mercury is now entering into Capricorn. The third house, the sixth house lord has gone to the 10th house. So that means some beautiful communication or beautiful starting point in the career can happen, where things are very, very positive for you. Those who are thinking of changing their workplace, changing a job, may get some offers also during this time. Some good communication from a short distance place is also coming. So maybe somewhere some colleague somewhere says that I have joined a new place. There is one opening. Do you want to come here? Such kind of offers, some kind of things also can be coming. But overall, a very beautiful week. Only minus Moon entering into Scorpio. Good time for money. See, money wise, there is no problem this whole week. But health wise, there can be some challenges which has to be taken into utmost, consideration. 15th of March, we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course as well. Those who have enrolled, all the best. Those who are enrolling now, amazing time. Let's take this forward, and it's going to be so much fun. Taurus ascendant people. When we talk about Taurus ascendant, Mars is entering into Gemini here. Now, January 21st, 2025. We have made a complete long version video also about it, so that you will get more idea about Mars and its transit. But because it is coming to the second house, and especially the efforts that you were putting and was not converting into wealth, now this is the time that you will get a short-term relief, and wealth-wise, it's going to be a good thing. Fixed asset-wise, good thing. Anything to do in family, very, very great time. But because Mars is an aggressive planet and in retrograde motion, you have to be careful about speaking. Mars is in the house of speech and in retrograde motion. So some of your speaking, some of your speech may be misunderstood by people, and there can be some kind of conflict because of that. So speaking very careful. Otherwise, Mars is good with money. Mars is the richest planet, by the way of all, because it has the whole Earth and all the minerals are inside it. So Mars is the richest planet. So here, great time for all the people. Moon enters into Libra, into the now here look at third house lord in the sixth house, exactly fourth from itself. So because third house lord is fourth from itself, you will get some good news in your workplace. So great time in your workplace, great time in your daily routines, great time in your in your with your enemies. There can be emotional sorting out of things also. Those who are in court cases and problems like that, you may find some relief, as well as those who are in workplace politics. There everywhere there's politics. There also you will see a great news here. Later, Moon will enter into Scorpio into debilitated shed, but put an exalted aspect on the ascendant and get receive the aspect back from Jupiter, which is also retrograde right now. Now, whenever these Moon and Jupiter will be in Kendra, it will be called the Gaj Kesari Yoga. And because these Gaj Kesari are in the Kendras, it's a very auspicious time. Even if Moon debilitated, but still it's a very great time for Taurus ascendant people to prosper. Things good in relationships. There can be good positivity in your own personality changes and stuff like that will be there. So it's a very beautiful time for relationship, partnership, personality. Your charismatic personality will help you achieve a lot of things without maximum effort. Careful, try to be very careful about over emotional and over what you say, some relationships which are over emotional or people are too caring. That means there is something fishy there, so don't get into such things. About it. After this, we are not stopping here because Mercury will enter into Capricorn, because Sun is in auspicious right now, Makar Sankranti. After Makar Sankranti, Mercury also enters here, which is the Lord of the second house in the ninth house. So destiny wise, money. That means somewhere where you are working very hard, but your luck is not working. Your luck will start working. There can also be possibility that some gains through children also can be seen, because Mercury is sitting fifth from the fifth. Those people who are thinking of higher education, maybe now getting into higher education, starting higher education. So in an overall sense, it's going to be very, very nice, beautiful time for Taurus ascendant people. Now, also look at Mercury, and it is second house, but that means a Maraka also. Very careful about health of father during this time when Mercury is here, because Mercury can create some kind of ups and downs in father's health here. But overall, an auspicious time. Look at Jupiter aspecting the fifth house, that is Ketu, aspecting the seventh house, debilitated moon, aspecting the ninth house. That's a debilitated aspect, but still, the aspect of Jupiter is very, very favorable for you. So, all the best. 15th March, we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. Those who have joined, welcome. I know it's a very big list now, and those who are joining, super for them. Let's have fun here. Gemini ascendant. Now, when we talk about Gemini only, so Mars is entering into in retrograde motion in your ascendant. We have made a very bigger video version of this, so you can go and watch that also. But here, on an overall sense, this is a time to take action, especially to take action on things that you have been avoiding. This is also a very important time when we look at Mars. Look at the aspect of Mars: fourth aspect on the fourth house, seventh aspect on the seventh house, and eighth aspect on the eighth house. This is the time to get some validation related to your real estate, validation related to your partnership, and also joint resources. Anywhere where there is any property dispute, this is the time that you will get something very, very great, like great results out of it. So, all the best. Moon enters into Libra. Again, Moon is the second house lord in the fifth house, so some wealth is coming. And with wealth, this is also the time of getting some good news about children also. So those who are planning some kind of progeny, some kind of, they are trying to conceive, you will see a growth in these areas. Moon in the fifth house is a creative planet. This is the time creativity wise also you will become very, very much more positive. So awesome. Mercury, uh, sorry, before that, sorry, Moon will enter into Scorpio also on 23rd and become debilitated, but puts an exalted aspect in the 12th house. Now, this means that health wise, we have to be careful, especially waterborne diseases can happen, like stomach infection, loose motions, or any problem related to, stomach, or also problem related to cold cough also can happen. Because Moon is the planet that is responsible for all the watery and all the phlegm that we have is all Moon. There we can have a little bit of problem. But on the other hand, Moon is putting an exalted aspect on the 12th house. Jupiter is looking here and saving you. You will get some great news from foreign country. If there is anything that you are expecting from foreign country, this is that week that you will get something very great out of it. So beautiful. In fact, not even great out of it, but if you are moving ahead in some one step or two step to for foreign, some kind of good things, you will see that it has now, what you say, the opportunities have enhanced now. And then Mercury enters into Capricorn here. Now, what happens with Mercury entering into Capricorn, and especially into the eighth house? Mercury is the lord of the ascendant going to the 8th house. That means those who are fighting for shared resources, those who are fighting for property, those who are fighting for inheritance, those who are into research fields. What an amazing time for you, because all your problems are going to get solved, and especially research, medical research, anything to do with human psychology and stuff like that, because Mercury is all associated with all the brainy things. You will see a very major graph going up here, and that will be extremely positive for you. On the other hand, if you look at Mercury's aspect on the second house, so wealth also is coming during this time. So some kind of wealth also you can expect from from shared resources. Maybe partnerships wealth is coming. So great time for Gemini ascendant as well. And 15th of March 2025, we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. If you have enrolled, all the best. If not, then what are you waiting for? Let's start this journey of astrology together. Cancer ascendant. So Moon is entering into Gemini. Lagna Lord in the third house. It means hard work, communication, some delays, and especially if you see this is the house related to what we say. One second. There is Mars aspect 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So Mars is yeah, here. This is right. I got confused. I was looking at Moon Roji and discussing about Mars. Sorry. So Mars is entering into Gemini into the 12th house in retrograde motion. Now, what has happened here is because it was debilitated in the ascendant, there could have been major ups and downs. Because Mars is traveling to the 12th sign, there could be sudden travels also, and that was expected from my side also. My wife suddenly had to come to India, and I have to come with her. See, Rohitji, astrology is so accurate. When Mars was going into the 12th house, and 14th we left, and because Mars was debilitated, there was flight cancellations, delays, and whatnot. And see, this is what is happening here. If you see Mars gone to the 12th house, so now this is not a very, very great news, by the way. Remember about it. Mars is a yoga karka here. The Lord of the 10th house, the Lord of the 5th house going to the 12th house means sudden expenses can come. Suddenly, some kind of problem related to job or children, health may be very, very, very specifically. You have to be very careful about it. Only one good thing is here that if you are trying for foreign country, if you're trying for traveling somewhere for a very, very long time, you may see success here. There may be a little bit trouble to siblings also, because fourth aspect of Mars is on the on the third house. In relationship also, there can be a little bit of rift because Mars is aspecting now the 7th house, and there where Sun is sitting, so it is a very, very aggressive, like 8th aspect of Mars. So sudden ups and downs in relationships can happen. Only good thing that Mars will do here is wealth. If you are expecting wealth from foreign country, you may get wealth during this time. So other than that, very careful about health, about your siblings' health, about your job, about your losses or sudden events like expenses that are coming. Moon, on the other hand, enters into Libra here. Now, when we look at Moon here, Rohitji, Moon is the ascendant lord, fourth from itself. This is such a beautiful placement of Moon. And this time, for Cancer ascendant people, whenever Moon will become debilitated also, it's going to be good only, because I will tell you why. Here, Moon in the fourth house gives you good, maybe reunification with mother. There can also be challenges, or there can also be things like, what we say, there can be more things like growth of property, growth of vehicles, as well as those who are expecting some kind of news related to some kind of loan or debt or whatnot related to property or home. You will also see this collective thing happening, because Moon is aspecting the house of Mars, that is the 10th house here. From this side, little bit comfort you will get in work area here after 21st of January, because of Moon's aspect here on the Lagan, on the 10th house. Because Mars, Balit is sitting in the 12th house, but still Moon is the most benefic planet of this chart, Cancer ascendant. So you will get benefit here. On the other hand, Moon will enter into Scorpio and become debilitated, but this is an absolute good news for all the people, because it is debilitated, getting an aspect of Jupiter. So this is Gaj Kesari, and especially in the fifth, very auspicious house. So this debilitation does not make a very big difference in your life. In fact, this is the time that you have to be making sure that speculative gains, if they're happening, they're invested, so it's okay. But don't put into that investment, and invest some kind of money in nurturing, that means in your children this time, either putting them into new places, either putting them into new education system, either putting them into new classes or some hobbies to make them more uh, sufficient in the future. Fifth house Moon is not that great for, and especially debilitated, not that great for relationships, some emotional up and down. Emotionally, some kind of rift can happen, but more or less, it's going to be a very, very awesome time. If you -2 for 2 days, it's very temporary. Those who are going to Moon Dasha may feel more impact, but otherwise very temporary. So don't worry about it. And Mercury, very nicely, the Lord of the 12th house and the Lord of the third house, which is not a very auspicious planet, goes to very, very nice Kendra into the seventh house with Sun. Obviously, it's going to get combust, but the more positive thing here is that third house and 12th house, that means any communication issues that you're having with your siblings, especially you will see some kind of relationship bonding together, as well as from the 12th house, if there is any foreign, anything to do with foreign country, any kind of uh, partnership expected from foreign country, you will see that things are now working in your favor in a very, very nice, very, very beautiful manner. Those who are investing money into foreign country right now should hold this week, not invest a big amount of money. Let Sun enter into the eighth house, aspect the second house, then you do it. Like, so maybe next month, 15th of 14th of January, February and onwards, you can invest big money. All the best, have a great time. And 15th of March, we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. So I will see you all in that place, which will be awesome. Okay. Leo ascendant. When we talk about this, Mars is entering into Gemini into the 11th house, and for Leo, Mars is the extreme yoga karka, coming from the 12th house to the 11th house, because it was in the cusp of 11th and 12th. So there can be sudden gains also, there can be sudden expenses also, travel also, lot of things. And I can say this because I traveled a lot in the last 3 days. Mars entering into Gemini is also very positive for many things, especially the ninth house, that is the destiny lord, has come to the 11th house, so you will get a lot of gains. Fourth house lord, that means this is also possibility that you may be visiting your workplace or maybe get some gains from your birthplace. So that is also good news. From real estate, from vehicles, also there will be gains. So in an overall scenario, Mars coming to Gemini, even in retrograde motion, is very favorable than Mars being in Cancer for Leo ascendant people. Those who are facing health problems or were facing health problems will see that the decline in health problems, and especially pains, muscle tears, muscle pulls, blood loss, blood problems, you will see that everything is now improving to the best. Moon, on the other hand, enters into Libra. Now, Moon is the Lord of the 12th house, goes to the third house. So now, again, you are not stopping. 21st of January onwards, again, short distance travel, this, that, up and down, this, that, short distance travel will start. And there can be things like, what we say, there can be many things related to short distance travel. There can be also possibility here that those people who want to meet their siblings or invest with the siblings or anything to do with what we say, some kind of communication that has to come from the sibling side, from the younger sibling side, also can come. So it's a beautiful, beautiful time for Leo ascendant people. Mars in the especially Moon fourth from itself, that means some good news from your house also, from if that house is in a foreign country, so some good news can come here. Moon enters into Scorpio. Now this is the time that 12th house lord is become debilitated, so some relief in expenses will come. But now, because it is coming in the fourth house, that is the dwelling, wherever you're dwelling right now, wherever you're staying right now, their expenses can come, but which will be not too much, because when a debilitated moon is aspected by Jupiter in Kendra, Jupiter in Kendra, Moon in Kendra, aspecting each other. This is Gaj Kesari Yoga. So some great news is also coming through career, through family, through house and stuff like that. Some expenses can come, but it can be good expenses also. So let's keep our self much open here. Mercury enters into Capricorn. This is also so Leo ascendant, because Moon is entering into Scorpio with debilitated state. Their health of mother has to be taken care of. That is one small thing that we have to be careful about, because health of mother can be compromised here. Then Mercury enters into Capricorn. Now look at Mercury, the Lord of the second and the 11th house in the sixth house. That means workplace will be absolutely wonderful. Lot of foreign dealings, lot of foreign travel, lot of workplace wise money, wealth. So what do we need here? Ascendant lord sixth house, Mercury second house lord sixth house, 11th house lord sixth house. So that means money is coming from discipline, daily work and routine, and there will be some money gained through enemies also. So great time. Let's God give everyone so many enemies that they win over them and they are always successful. Remember, getting enemies is very good. The more enemies you get, the more successful you become. So please wish for enemies. 15 March 2025, we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course as well. So here all are welcome. Many people have joined, many people are joining, many people are on their search for astrology and whatnot. So welcome, let's learn together. Virgo ascendant people. When we talk about Mars, Mars is entering into Gemini here into the 10th house for you. Now it is in retrograde motion. That means it's coming from the 11th to the 10th. So you may have seen a surge in things related to your career, especially occupation or professional area. There might be some good things that may be happening, and here good things are more and more good things are supposed to happen, and this is because just Mars is the 8th house lord, exactly sitting third from itself, and also if you see Mars is the 11th. What you say? Third house lord sitting eighth from itself. This place in Kendra, Mars is very powerful. It is right now aspected by Mercury, and Mercury will be moving here, from 24th of January. But this Mercury is going to help Mars a lot. Now, what happens when Mars is retrograde in the area related to your career? This is the time that you really fight it out. You say that, okay, man, I have to achieve this in any scenario, and this is what the role of Mars is. Don't consider Mars no power here. Mars is very powerful in Gemini. It is not powerful in Cancer, that's why it becomes debilitated, but it's very, very powerful in Gemini. And this time, this power will come through communication. Because Mercury is the Lord, aspected by Mercury, right? So in the beginning, like you must have seen from the past few 3, 4, 5 days now, that somehow your communication is becoming very powerful and people are listening to you, and that is where the success will come. We have made a very big video on this, Mars, why it retrogrades and whatnot, what is the relationship with Mercury. So you will find everything here. Let's hope for the best. And career wise, a great time for all the people. Moon enters into Libra. Now Moon is the 11th house lord, sitting fourth from itself in the second house. Gains through fixed assets, gains through family, gains through you speaking. Those people who are in teaching, mentoring, life coaching, Reiki, meditation, healing, because of the aspect of Moon also on the 8th house, you will see a surge in your income. So a great time for all the people. Moon enters into Scorpio. Now this is the time when Moon will be aspected by Jupiter from the 9th house. And that aspect will create some yoga called Gaj Kesari. Not a very potent yoga for you because it's not in the Kendra, but still Jupiter, Moon receiving the aspect of Jupiter is positive only. So communication wise, great time. See, destiny is going to be very great. Whatever even you speak rubbish, still your destiny will work for you, because Moon is putting an exalted aspect where Jupiter is sitting in the 9th house of your destiny. So whatever you do, your destiny is at peak during this time. That's what I can say. But beautiful time. Let's hope for the best for all the people who have Moon Mahadasha going, because it's going to be great. Some short distance travel are seen suddenly, which can create a little bit of expenses, but not a big deal at all. Those people who are thinking of starting to write a book or startups, this is an absolute very good day, even with Moon being debilitated, because very soon, Jupiter will also transit in May, and it will come to the 4th house. So then Moon will not receive this. So if you're motivated right now, start working on literature. Mercury enters into Capricorn. Mercury is the lord of the ascendant coming to the 5th house. There is nothing more auspicious than Lagna lord coming into the 5th or the 9th house. So this time, your destiny, your kismat, your dharma, your money, your speculative gains, your education, your children, your love life, everything will see a great, great surge. Since we are talking about this, we are going to be making a Mercury enters Capricorn video, the big, larger one. So you will not miss that what is happening on a larger scale. And those who are going through Mercury Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, Sukshma Dasha, Prana Dasha during this time, they will see a surge in their income. They will see great creativity that is starting in the work area. They will be very powerful. Enemies will not be able to trouble them because Mars is also sitting there. And look at this. When it comes here, Mars puts the exalted aspect on the 5th house. So creatively, you are going to be creative genius during this time. So beautiful. All the best. Very happy and very jealous also that I am not Virgo this time because of this placement. So all the best. Have a great, great week. And 15th of March, not much time left, exactly 2 months. So those who want to join, because I think by February 1st, Samantha is closing everything, because we'll always be full. We want to do 30 students only, 35 per batch. So let's hope for the best. If you have joined, good. If not, then reach out to Samantha and you will be able to join soon. Libra ascendant people. Mars is entering into Gemini here into the ninth house for you, and it is in retrograde motion. So you will see relief and powerful relief, especially in your career area. You will see powerful relief, and you needed it, because it was going too crazy. Lot of things happening in the career area, lot of heated arguments with your seniors and whatnot because of Mars, and you were not in powerful position. But now, because the second house lord has come to the ninth house, seventh house has come to the ninth house, so position wise, dominance wise, speaking wise, you will be absolutely powerful, and this time destiny will favor you. There is a complete video we have made on Mars, so you can go and watch that also, because in this weekly I cannot cover so many things because people want to know the moon position. But great time is coming. Foreign travel, those who are waiting for foreign travel, because ninth Mars is aspecting the 12th house, so you will see movement to foreign countries. You will see short distance travels also because of the seventh aspect of Mars, and eighth aspect of Mars on the fourth house will see property transactions. So property and vehicle, welcome and congratulations for buying new vehicle, new properties. So this is also coming for those people who are going through Mars Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, Sukshmadasha, Pranadasha. It also, see, these layer also work when there is Mahadasha active for that planet also. Moon enters into Lagna, 10th house lord, exactly fourth from itself, ascendant. So you will be very happy, very pleasant, very bright during this time, and you will enjoy to the fullest. Now this also means moon is an emotional planet, so you can come under emotional pressure of some other people also. So make sure that emotionally you are very strong and you do not submit yourself. That sometimes in the good time also we start hearing negative things from people, so it completely drowns us down. Then moon enters into second house and becomes debilitated also here, but not a very bad thing. You know why? Because it is getting an aspect of Jupiter on the second house of wealth. So wealth is going to increase because wherever Jupiter will put an aspect, there will be growth. What happens here is that because of you speaking something or commitment, you will not be able to go back, and that will be haunting you, that okay, I promised something, now I cannot go back. So that's why don't commit anything this week at all. Say okay, I will see. There is no commitment, because then there can be a problem. Then emotionally you will be feeling guilty. So this is what you should be doing. On the other hand, moon aspecting the eighth house and with an exalted aspect, if any family matters are related to inheritance, property, dispute, fight, this will solve, and this will solve greatly, and you will be the winner here. So all the best. And Libra people are the winners. Yeah, I love Libra. खुलेआम बोल रहा हूँ. Mercury enters into Capricorn here. So now this what happens. Mercury comes exactly to the fourth house. Mercury is the lord of the 12th house. Mercury is lord of the ninth house. That means foreign association. People in foreign country, Libra ascendant, may think of buying a property, because see, it is also receiving an aspect of Mars. There can also be possibility here that you may suddenly start feeling suddenly start feeling little bit of uncomfortable in your home place right now, and you may want to move somewhere. A lot of shiftings can happen here. Great time for people who want to do anything in terms of education, because the next transit of Mercury will be in the fifth house. So education wise, if you're thinking of going to a foreign country, this is the time you should start applying, because you will see a potential growth in that approach in life. We'll be making a complete video on Mercury entering into Capricorn, so do subscribe so you do not miss it. And here, 15th of March, we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. Many people have signed up. All the best for them. Many people are signing up. All the best to them. Don't be late, because after 1st of February, Samantha is not taking any more, because we'll be full by then. So we'll make sure that the next batch that starts in November, we'll be enrolling you there. All the best. Scorpio ascendant people, Rohitji. Now, when we talk about Scorpio ascendant, Mars is entering into Gemini, and especially this is the 8th house. So Mars is actually retrograde here, coming to the 8th house, making Viprit Rajyog. The Lagna Lord in the 8th house, lot of hidden things are going to uncover for Scorpio ascendant people, because 8th house is the house that is about shared resources. So a lot of gains from partnership or commitment from partnership about gains is also happening. So that's a great news, because 8th house is also connected to travel. So sudden travels can happen. Health wise, we have to be careful, because some kind of health problems can arise, because 6th house lord is in the 8th house. Some people may get relief also, but depending on your dasha antardasha, we can be able to see that okay, it is manifesting in a good way or a bad way. A complete video on this has been made, so go and watch that also. Moon enters into Libra. Now, this is the time that the ninth house lord has gone to the 12th house. So that means again you're traveling, traveling, traveling. So 21st of January onwards, also sudden travels are there. Expenses is on the rise. And this is, we cannot help it. Sometimes if we don't have expenses, how will we have fun also in life? So expenses are there. We cannot do anything about it, but good expenses. Then moon becomes debilitated in the ascendant. The ninth house lord is debilitated. Destiny will not work, but because this is a very auspicious time when moon and Jupiter are both in kendras and aspecting each other, and this Gaj Kesari yoga is forming, this is the time that your wishes may come true suddenly. And see moon aspecting the seventh house, gains from partners. Like suddenly your partner will say, okay, you know what, the something is done here, let's do some, like we got a very big order, very big deal, this, that, what not. So some great beautiful news is coming to all the Scorpio ascendant people this week. Like beautiful means really beautiful, like best news of 2025 beginning is going to come this week. Also, if you see, Mercury will enter into Capricorn. Now, Mercury here is the lord of the, if you see, 8th house as well as lord of the 11th house. That means all the gains and sudden events are done by Mercury. Now, here your communication plays a very important factor, very important role here. Mercury is not very comfortable, with, in the sign of Capricorn, especially with sun being combust, because this is the pakka house, the pure house of Mercury to show its communication skills. But what is happening, Mercury will now become extremely fast, and after, because it will be coming to Capricorn, then it will be coming to Pisces, then there is an eclipse happening and so many things. So Mercury here, this is the time to do lot of higher studies, lot of research should be done during this time, and this research mostly should be done. One second. Suddenly I just receive a notification from my house. Anyways, so Mercury here is going to be helping you in the house of communication. So make sure that this is the time that absolutely express yourself, because it is combust with sun, so it does not have that power. But try to express yourself in the best way possible. Also, if any opportunity comes for short distance travel, it will bring you a lot of gains. So do not hesitate to go about it at all. There can also be improvement of relationship with siblings also that you will see, because of aspect of moon or aspect of Mars on the the eighth aspect of Mars on the third house. So longevity of brothers, younger brothers, increases here this time also. So great time for all the people here. From 15th of March, we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. So those who have joined, all the best. Those who are joining now, hurry up, because 30th we are closing it. So see you on the other side. Sagittarius ascendant people. When we talk about Mars here, Mars is the lord of the 5th house, and Mars is also a very important planet because it rules the foreign travels for all the Sagittarius ascendant people. It is coming to the 7th house because it is retrograde right now. So not that amazingly great, but still, relationship wise, if there is some action that you have to take, relationship wise, it's somewhere we have to prove a point or make a point. This is an absolute important time for all the Sagittarius ascendant people to move forward and finally, give a go ahead. If you see, and those people who are born with Mars like this only, they are called Manglik, because Mars is an aggressive planet when it comes to the marital life, and it has to be taken into consideration. So now in marital life, in spouse and husband wife relationship, over aggressiveness is also not very good. So you should avoid that things. In terms of Mars in the 7th house, very good for contractual work, very good for buying a real second real estate. 4th house is the first year, the fourth from the fourth is the second. So this is the time to invest into second real estate is also possible. This is also the house that is related to any victory from court cases. 6th house is enemies and 7th house is victory of from enemies. You will see that some victory is coming to you, because this is 10th from the 10th house. That means this is about your designation also, and somewhere where you are thinking of getting more power, you will see that that power is coming to you. So it's a great news and great time for all the Sagittarius ascendant people as well. Moon enters into Libra here. So now Moon is the 8th house lord, exactly fourth from itself in the 11th house. That means gains through elder siblings and friends and social circles can happen. And suddenly you will say, oh, I never expected such kind of thing to happen. And this is your destiny. It is going to come to you in a nicer way. There is also possibility that during this time, you will see that suddenly the social circle, suddenly the people around you in this time, if you are having some kind of seminars, parties, or anything where you socially you are involved with people, you will see that you are a spotlight there. So that's also very, very great news. So no problem at all. And then moon enters into the 12th house in debilitated state. This is a challenging, right? Because now you were in spotlight, now everyone will say party, party, some expenses is happening to you. Because Jupiter is also aspecting the 12th house here, good expenses is coming to you. So some expenses are coming. I hope that they are only for good reasons and not for medical reasons, because sometimes 8th house Lord Viparita Raja Yoga in the 12th house also causes problem related to medical issues. Sometimes suddenly blood related problems, suddenly health checkup done, some kind of bad news comes. So very careful about it. Mercury, on the other hand, enters into Capricorn. Now, Mercury is the Kendra Lord here, 7th and the 10th Lord going to the second house. That means those who are expecting wealth from their career or job or business, you will see growth here. Those who are expecting wealth from partnership also will see growth here. Very good time to do investments. Very good time for speaking. Very good time for those who are in media, arts, entertainment field. Great time for you. Those who are in teaching field. Great time for you. Those who are into field related to, because Sagittarius people are mostly very brain like they're very, very wisdom oriented people. So they are teachers. Best teachers are Sagittarius. So you will see, if you are in this field, great growth for you. But otherwise also you will see that wealth wise things are going up and up and up and up and up. Here, 15th of March 2025, we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. So those who have joined, welcome. Those who are joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. And we will be closing it by 30th of January. So make sure that you are all done and signed up. Capricorn ascendant people. Now, when we talk about Capricorn ascendant, Mars is entering into the 6th house here and in retrograde motion from the 7th house. That means it said that, okay, listen, I have to go and teach some lesson to my enemies. So now this is the time that you will be teaching lesson to the enemies, because 6th house is daily work and routine. So it's going to be very, very hectic from now, because work wise you'll go crazy. Mars here is the 4th house Lord. Remember, and Mars here is a extremely important planet related to any kind of real estate or vehicles that you own. This is a time that you may have to take some debt, some karza, some loan, either for a vehicle, either for some kind of home or something, maybe a home line of equity. You will take some kind of things like that, putting your house and taking more money on it. This is what can happen. But very soon as Mars enters into the 8th house again, you will be able to solve, and everything, every problem will be solved. So it's good times are ahead. Mars, we have made a complete very big video on Mars in Gemini, so that also you can use and you can see, and you can then work on it towards it. So you will get more idea about what the story of the Mars is, and Mars entering into the house of Mercury in retrograde motion, and what does it affect to everyone. Moon, on the other hand, enters into Libra. Now, when we talk about Moon is the 7th house Lord, 4th from itself. That means you will get some blessings from your wife, spouse, husband. So, some beautiful inner peace, happiness is coming. Your work-life balance is going to be maintained in a very, very nicer way. There is also one thing here which is very important, and that important thing is especially related to your career. Because when the 7th house Lord comes in the 10th house, that means you are at very much peace. Some kind of promotion, some kind of promise things like, okay, we will promote you, we will do this, we will do that, is going to manifest for you. So that is also coming for you. So don't leave your bosses and go and tell them that, listen, my moon is in my 10th house, give me promotion. So you can give astrological reference and tell them to give me a promotion. But yeah, some good things are happening related to your powerful position is going to come to you. Then moon becomes debilitated here. Still, we don't have to worry at all, because this is the house of gains, and Jupiter is aspecting this moon. When Jupiter and moon are aspecting each other, it is auspicious and Gaj Kesari only. So this is going to be in your favor, in your amazing favor. So all the best for all the people who are in this, and those who are in moon Mahadasha. One thing that you have to be careful during this time is involvement with larger social circles, because it can create problem by being socially defamed, and such kind of things can happen, where you may feel that, okay, socially there is some problem where I'm not getting that much attention. That can happen. But otherwise, speculative gains, those who are in share stock market, those who are thinking in the field of education, those who are in the field of creative lines, a great amazing time for you. Mercury enters into Capricorn here. Mercury is the lord of the ninth house. Mercury is also the lord of the sixth house. That means daily work and routine as well as your destiny is ruled by Mercury. In both these places, with your enemies, daily work and routine, anything to do with your destiny, foreign travel, anything to do with also education, higher education, you will see a growth, amazing growth here. And that's going to be in your favor. Very beautiful time for all the Mercury, like Mahadasha people, like those who are going through Mercury Mahadasha, you will see a surge in every aspect of your life, and your luck is going to be like one of the best things during this time. Everything you will receive here with luck. All the best. 15th of March 2025, we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. So those who have joined, welcome, all the best. Those who are joining, also welcome. But do it before 30th of January, because then we are closing this and we will be moving on to the next batch that will be starting in November, 14th of November. So long time for that. I think I do it only 2 times when the time changes in uh, Canada. That's when I do this. So make sure you are available here. Aquarius ascendant. So when we talk about Aquarius ascendant, Mars is entering into Gemini. Okay. So Mars was in the sixth house. You may be feeling a lot of problems related to health, related to your workplace, politics, because Mars was debilitated, so it did not have power. But now it is coming to a powerful position. That is the fifth house. And fifth house is the house related to children, related to progeny, related to education, related to anything to do with love life. Fifth house is also the house of creativity, and being Mars, the third house, communicate lot of communication, and the 10th house lord, you need creativity in your life, and this is the time that creative output will become more. This is the time speculative gains, anything to do with some sudden money is also going to come. There can be also travel that can happen because of children or two children, or you're going towards children. So these all things can happen, and it's going to be an amazing time for all the Aquarius ascendant people. We have made a complete video on this also, so you should go and watch that. You'll get more insights about Mars. Here, Moon is entering into Libra here. Now we have to understand Moon's position here. If you look at Moon is the sixth house lord, exactly going forth from itself in the ninth house. That means it gives you happiness through enemies. This is also another good news. Yeah, sometimes enemies, they surrender in front of us, and that is happiness. Sometimes we just say that, okay, our luck is so good that nothing, no harm caused by anyone. So this is that situation. Ninth house is house of father and guru also, and also pilgrimage. Many people, Aquarius ascendant, may be going to pilgrimages during this time, maybe going to temple, maybe going to what you say, some kind of long distance also. So let's hope for the best, either for work purpose also, because sixth house lord is in the ninth. So because of work purpose, you'll be sent somewhere for some training also. Training also can start. So good news for people who are just beginning their career. Very good news. Now this is the time that Moon enters into the eighth house, and it becomes debilitated. Now people will say bad, oh my god, debilitated, but no, it's very good. You have to see other factors also. Moon is getting now a very positive aspect of Jupiter, and in Kendras, when these both people aspect each other, it is called Gaj Kesari yoga. Now this Gaj Kesari yoga is especially very potent for job, business, anything to do good with, even in the home environment will become very good. Job will be very good. Business flourishing, partnership very good. In your workplace, there will be a lot of recognition that you will get. But there is only one problem amongst all this, because Moon is the mind, right? Your mind will still not be happy. You may feel that, okay, something is missing, and that something is missing is contentment. Sometimes try to be content with what you have, because when you look down, you will see people don't have anything. So sometimes this is what is required, being content. Okay. And then Mercury enters into the 12th house for you, making a Vipreet Raj yoga. Now this is good news for people who are going for education to foreign country, but little bad news for people who are already in foreign country, and sudden ups and downs can happen there, because this eighth house lord is in the 12th house. So sudden ups and downs in foreign country. If you're going through Mercury Mahadasha Antardasha, then this is going to be more challenging for you. Expenses are coming. Expenses related to children, expenses related to your romantic partner. Maybe your partner is asking for an iPhone and you have to buy it now. So that is also coming. For children also, some sudden expenses are coming, which may create a dent in your pocket. But expenses is part of life. We cannot run away from it. So let's hope for the best. But on an average, very good week for Mercury. We are making a full video, so do subscribe so that you will be able to see that. And 15th of March, we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. For this also, I would suggest everyone to enroll. And those who've enrolled, welcome. Those who are enrolling now, 30th of January is the last date. Then after that, we will be closing this because then it happens too much, and then I cannot afford a class of 30, 40, like more than 30 people. It is becomes hectic for me. So let's hope for the best. Pisces ascendant people, when we talk here about Pisces, Mars has entered into Gemini into the fourth house for you, and fourth house is a very very super place for Mars, especially property, vehicles, everything in this area. You will see that great news is coming for you. When we talk about Mars here into Gemini, we also see second house lord is in the fourth house. We also see ninth house lord is in the fourth house. So that means destiny wise also very great time, money wise also great time. Those who are into business of real estate, Ruji, when I open my Instagram now, it always Habibi, come to Dubai, buy real estate. Habibi. So those who are in Dubai and in real estate business, great time for them. Those who are otherwise also in anywhere in the world, and those who are working either with mining, either with real estate, either with land agriculture, either with medicine, medical, either with medical equipment, either in IT engineering, either in anything to do with research, you will see a surge in your work, and you will see that good things are happening now. Let's enjoy this time till February when Mars again becomes direct and goes into Cancer and becomes debilitated. Let's take this opportunity to work very hard and gain a lot of things. I've made a very big video on this Mars also, so go and watch that. You will get more insights there. Moon enters into Libra here, Roji. So Moon enters into the eighth house here, and look at Moon. The fifth and the eighth combination is now happening. Fifth house Lord in the eighth house. Sudden speculative gains are coming to you. That means wealth-wise, very very great time. There can be possible lottery kind of stuff also. So let's hope for the best. There is also possibility that here when Moon comes to the eighth house, children wise also you get some really benefit or benefit things from children also. So it's very very nice, beautiful time for all the Pisces ascendant people. When we talk about Moon again, it is going to get debilitated into the ninth house for you, but don't worry about it. This is a very auspicious place for Moon, and because it is receiving an aspect of Jupiter, this dosha does not create any big problem. So here you will see that in fact this is the time that your destiny will be working in your favor. There will be sudden short distance travel also. There can be possibility that you are also going to pilgrimages. There can be also possibility that your father is putting a will in your name that okay, take this everything here. So let's hope for the best, because Moon here, the fifth house lord, fifth from itself, great time for higher education, great time for learning, great time for knowledge, great time for taking blessings of your guru. So make sure that you are motivated to go in that area. And then finally, Mercury, which is the lord of the Kendra, the fourth and the seventh lord goes to the 11th house. That means gains from your home also. Those real estate I told you, right? You're hit this time. January is big sales for you. Uh, very good for things related to with real estate, vehicles, all these people who are in engineering and so many Mars related occupations. Everyone is getting gains. On top of that, if you look at Mars is the ninth, Mercury is the what you say. Mercury is also the seventh house lord. That means gains from partnership, and that means not small gains but bigger gains, because Mars is also putting an exalted aspect on the 11th house. So this means big gains is coming at in a very very nicer. If you are thinking of social circle where you have been with a lot of larger group of people, you will see that suddenly something is working for you and you are getting all the deals. Suddenly you are in an office and suddenly everyone's eyes on you and you are getting promoted. So some things like this is happening. And if you're by chance in Mars and Mercury Mahadasha, then to 110% I can write and give it to you that things are happening in this way only. Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course is also starting from 15th of March 2025. So those who have joined and enrolled, all the best and welcome. And those who are joining now, you are welcome as well. And Rohitji, thank you so much for your patience, listening to me so patiently. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and very interesting week because two major planets are transiting, and Mars is one of them, who is from long time after 20th October was debilitated and retrograde, and now relief to all us. And thank you very much, Akash. Thanks to all the family members. Keep subscribing, keep sharing, and for the appointment and for the classes also, the number is on the screen. So we'll meet you
Thank
in
you.
some next video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Mata,
And
Jai Mata.
Jai Mata.
So,